Hello and welcome. I'm Jami. I'm so glad you're here. We've got a little gentle yoga, about 30 minutes-ish, and we will start at the top of the mat. So come into Tadasana at the top of your mat. And the top of your mat is not the very top edge. You're back a little bit so that you have somewhere for your hands to go when we do go into a forward fold. I'm going to face you for a little bit though. Make sure you have a really nice foundation. The outside edges of the feet are parallel. Soften the knees. Tailbone is heavy, so you just have a slight tuck of that tailbone. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down to open the heart. And then allow your hands to just come down to your sides. And allow your chin to be, well, I should say your neck to be in neutral by acting as though you have an apple or a fist size underneath. That keeps us from lifting our chin or dropping it when we want to be in neutral. Oh, so as we arrive here in Tadasana, lift your toes up a couple times and then put them back down. And then close your eyes if that feels okay. Maybe your hands are at your heart. Soften down your face, soften everything. Today I'm going to read a poem at the end. It's a writing, and it's actually kind of a tribute to, it's by Rosemerry Wahtola Trommer. She's one of my favorite people, favorite humans. She also lost her son to suicide at the age of 17. And her daughter turned 17 last week, and so she wrote this beautiful tribute to her daughter. And so I just really, it's beautiful because her daughter is still alive. She still walks this earth, yet she lost her son, who is now an angel. And it's a beautiful tribute to life with all the messiness and the beauty all wrapped into one. So I look forward to reading that to you at the end. But first, while we're here, just breathing, dropping out of our heads into our hearts. And I say that, metaphorically. I'm saying that with a lot of room for interpretation. But generally, it just, we're in our head all day long. So this is our beautiful opportunity to be in our body, to embody this yoga, this ancient practice, which I love so much, and it's helped me so much. So as you're there breathing there, our theme is love and life and messiness, and how two things can be true at once. And really, I want you to remember, and I have to remind myself all the time too, about the preciousness of life. How precious it is that we're here right now. We might not be. We don't know when that day will come, so let's really cherish every single moment. Let's take a deep breath in there and exhale. Flutter your eyes open, reach up, rise up, spread your wings, spread your fingers, lift your heart, exhale down. Be careful lifting your chin even when you look up, just in case you have some cervical challenges. Sometimes it's okay just to lift the arms, right? You don't have to lift your chin also. I like to use my entire body, bending the knees, lifting the heart, squeezing the butt. But you do you. Feel your body, feel your body. Inhale, reach and rise. Spread your fingers, spread your wings, lift your heart. Exhale, hands down. One more time. Really fill the lungs. Lift, spread your wings and your lungs, and then bring your hands right to your heart. And then let your hands just rest down by your sides. Again, softening knees, tucking your tailbone a little bit. Shoulders are wide. Tighten up your butt, pull up your kneecaps, lift your toes for just a moment. And then from here, lower down your chin and rise back up. And lower down your chin and rise back up. Maybe you go a little higher if that's okay on your neck. One more. Exhale as you come down Inhale as you rise back up. Hold your head in neutral, your neck in neutral, and roll your shoulders. And I want you to really roll your shoulders. Like don't give me little circles, give me big circles. Pull your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. So much so that you may even be able to get a nice roll through your back and your neck here. Reverse the circles. Notice how it can be kind of awkward going in the opposite direction. You're not alone if you feel that. And then release that and kind of shake it out and take a little ragdoll swing. Just let your arms come by and hit you side to side. I shouldn't say hit, I should say lovingly tap. And then allow yourself to settle back in the center and hold yourself there in Tadasana, arms down. Soften your knees again, reach both arms up, spread your fingers. Prayer pose at the top if you can. Now I know that's hard for a lot of us, and if you can't get your arms all the way up, just do the best you can. Do whatever you can do here. Just bring those arms up as high as you can. And then take a deep breath in here. And then exhale and lean over to your left gently. And then inhale up to the top and exhale over to the right. And we'll do that again. Inhale, rise up in the center. Exhale over to the left and put your weight in your right foot. Be careful. Inhale, rise. Exhale over to the right. Put your weight in your left foot. Be careful. Inhale, rise. Exhale over to the side. One more. Inhale, rise. And exhale over to the side. Release the arms. Cactus your arms back. So you're going to have 90 degree. And the way we do this one is we soften the knees, tighten your butt, lift your heart and lift your elbows slightly. If your fingertips can go back, great. If your hips can come forward and your butt can tighten, great. Inhale, rise straight up. Exhale, cactus, gentle back bend. Fingers come back, elbows lift, heart lifts. Maybe your chin lifts. One more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus back. Tighten up your butt so you have a nice foundation. Inhale, rise back up. And then exhale, pull your hands down behind you. Push both palms away from you and sit down like you're doing a baby chair, like a high chair. Pull your hands back and just sit back just a little bit. It's just really small, right? You're not sitting way down in a chair. Push your hands back as far as you can and then sweep both arms back up and stand up as tall as you can. Hook your thumbs at the top and just stand tall. You're not even leaning back. You're just getting as tall as you can. And if your hands only go to here, great. And if you can't hook your thumbs, great. You just do you. Big breath in here. And then exhale, release those arms down. And now let's work on those hips. Let's just lift one knee and then the other. Or you can start actually with your heels and just roll through your foot. And just notice the transition of your weight from one side to the other. And then when and if you're ready, you can keep going there, or maybe you choose to just gently lift up your knees one at a time. I like to have my hands out for balance when I'm warming up. It takes a minute sometimes for your body to calibrate. And in yoga, we like to say, find a drishti. Drishti in Sanskrit means focal point. Usually it's a semi-downward gaze, something in front of you on the floor that's not moving. Now let's kick our own rear. We do that metaphorically all day, don't we? But let's do it gently to warm up the hamstrings and to stretch the quadriceps. Beautiful. All right. Now, take your hands on your thighs, take a big breath in, and exhale, slide your hands towards your knees and just stick your butt back. Put your weight in your heels and then rise back up. So we're doing a chair. We're approaching a chair, Utkatasana, fierce pose. Sit back. Now, I want you to notice something. I want you to keep the apple under your chin. So as you sit, I don't want your face to look forward at me, maybe the first 2 times, but act like you've got an apple under your chin. So you're taking your hips back and your back is staying straight from the crown of your head to the tailbone. If I were to take like a broomstick across my butt and the back of my neck, everything would stay pretty lined up, right? In other words, I'm not going out of line with my neck when I sit down. So just be really mindful about that. All right, now next time you hold this down, Plug your shoulders heavy, plug your tailbone in, weights heavy in your heels. Heart is shining forward. So if you find yourself leaning way over, just soften the knees and come back up a little bit more. So your heart should be shining kind of forward-ish. And then this is a lot for the legs to hold it, so come back up. If you can hold that down for another couple breaths, sink down again and take some cat-cows here. So we'll open the heart, pull the heart forward, lift your tailbone, and then exhale and round. And if this is too hard, you just modify. Lift the heart, lift the tailbone, exhale and round one more time. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone. This time exhale, round, and come all the way up with your chin on your chest. Rise all the way up, lift those arms. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift and rise. Now we're going to exhale and take a forward fold. So if you haven't done it before, watch first. And if you take a forward fold that is modified, it's a nice place to start, and feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to, but let your head sink down. Your neck needs to be long here. Bend your knees. If you're able to do a full forward fold, please feel free to release the arms. Keep the knees as soft as you need to. Take one more breath here. And exhale. Prepare to rise. Sink your knees down. Inhale, root into your feet. Push into your feet to lift up. Lift all the way up to the top. And exhale, hands come to the heart. Squeeze your butt, lift your toes, and then put them back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach and rise. If you get dizzy or for any reason this doesn't work, don't do it. Exhale, float all the way down to standing forward fold or modify over the knees and let the head sink low. Maybe you reach the ground, maybe you don't. Your knees are bent. Prepare to rise. Inhale, root to rise. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time or leading with the chest. Two different ways to come up, you choose. Hands come to the heart. All right, we're going to do a half lift. So if you haven't done it before, you want to watch first. Inhale, reach and rise. Gentle bend back if you like. Exhale, float all the way down to standing forward fold. And then inhale to a half lift. Now, if you're just starting out in yoga, I recommend coming way up here on your thighs. Avoid the knees. If you've been practicing and you can get to your shins, great. Or if you have blocks, that's nice. If you've been practicing and you can get the floor, that's fine too. But the main thing is you're not hunching and you're not just loose with the arms. The hands are pressing against something and you're pulling your heart forward away from your tailbone. Take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, root to rise all the way up, coming up. Take your time. Squeeze your butt when you get up here. Exhale, hands to the heart. Stay tall. Deep breath in and reach and rise. Exhale, you're going to swing your right arm behind you and your left arm in front of you, and try as you might to take a standing twist here. And I know it's really hard. Like your arms might not get back, your right arm might not get back behind you all. And that's okay. You'll get better, I promise. If it's in your practice, drag your right hip forward and your left hip back and just feel that stretch and that twist. Inhale, reach and rise all the way up. Exhale, twist open to the left. Left arm behind, right arm front, and just notice the difference. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward if you can. Those are just some embellishments. Inhale, reach and rise. Take a big breath in, lift. Exhale, float all the way down to standing forward fold. Inhale up to a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up to the top. Get ready, we're going to add that twist. Exhale, open to the right. Right arm behind. Inhale, rise up with both arms. Exhale, open to the left. Inhale, rise up with both arms. Add a cactus. Exhale, cactus back. Pull your hips forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale from here. Exhale, sink to Utkatasana, fierce pose, chair. Remember to shine your heart forward. Pull your shoulder blades down and together. And if your hands are not comfortable here, just let them go. And then take a big breath in and shoot those arms up, up, up to the top. And exhale, hands come around to the back. Interlace your fingers if you can. Pull your heart forward. Lift your heart. Squeeze your butt. How are your toes? How's your core? And release. Take a little ragdoll. Breathe. Grab a drink if you need it. All right, we're headed to the floor. So you can get there however you like. I'm going to do a little modified sun salutation like we just did to get to the floor. But if you need to do a different way and you need to use a chair or whatever, please feel free. All right, hands at the heart, lovely people. Shoulders down, squeeze your butt. Cinch in your core. Cinch it in. So you're not just, when I say activate your core or cinch it in, don't just pull your navel tight. You actually want to roll the shoulders and plug them in and pull them down. And then you've got that tailbone that's heavy, so your knees have to bend. Not a lot, but you're cinching everything in and you're squeezing your butt, your core, your shoulders. It's almost like you're shrink wrapping all the way around between the shoulders and the hips. So squeeze and be ignited in your core. Inhale, reach and rise all the way up. Stay ignited still, but move through the shrink wrap. Exhale, everything's pulling towards the center. It's like you're wrapping muscle around bone. In the forward fold, inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then hands to the mat and step back to hands and knees. We won't be here long. I know it can be really uncomfortable for people just starting out or if you have any injuries. Using those wrist wedges is really nice. Or fold up a blanket and put it under your knees or your hands. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your tailbone, pull your shoulders down and back, and then exhale, tuck for cat. Inhale, rise up into cow. Keep going, lift that tailbone, lift that heart. Exhale, tuck and round. Look at your belly button when you get down, chin to the chest. One more, inhale, rise up, cow, Vittalasana. Exhale, cat, Marjanasana. Hold yourself right in the center. And then from here, extend your left leg back and put your left ball of the foot on the ground and push into your left heel. Now, if it's at all possible, and I know this may not be for some of us, lift up your left foot and then bend your left knee and pull your knee in towards your elbow and then circle it around 2 times in each direction. This is really good for the hips. Try to take the biggest circles you can. Reverse. Backwards and around. And backwards and around. All right, other side. Lengthen the right leg. Put the ball of the foot on the ground. Push into the ball of your foot. Your arms are steady. You've got shoulders right over the wrists. So if your hands are wider than your shoulders, make sure you're putting them right underneath your shoulders for the best foundation. Elbows have a soft bend. Push into your right heel. If you can, lift the right heel. Point the toes if that feels better. Pull the knee in towards the right elbow and then keep going and circle it around. Draw circles with your knee. And then reverse all the way around the opposite direction. And then set that foot down. All right, bring yourself into a seated position. Dandasana. And sit up as tall as you can. You don't need to switch sides. I just need to, so I have light on my face so I'm not in the dark. Okay, sit up tall. And if your legs won't stay straight, feel free to bend them. Just find whatever Dandasana works for you. Find your sit bones, sit up as tall as you can. This is a great place to sit on a block or a folded up blanket. If you are doing that, sit on the very edge so that you're just tipping off of it. That'll help you to get your nice posture up. All right, point your toes and flex your feet and then circle the ankles a few times. And reverse. All right, so stay active in your feet if you can. Soften the knees. Like I say, if you need to be more like this, that's fine. I know it's really hard to sit up straight. Inhale, reach and rise, arms up. And then exhale, lean forward a little bit, just a little bit. Active feet. Maybe your hands come to the ground and maybe you pull your heart forward. Now, when I do this, I pull my elbows to the back of the room and my shoulder blades down and together, and my collarbones are wide. And then you can stay there, or if you want to just melt out over your legs and see how far down, don't worry about a straight back. Just lean, breathe. One more breath here. And then release. Let's find ourselves on our backs. And we are going to take a bridge. So from here, knees will go up to the ceiling. Both feet are stamped down onto the ground. Push into both heels. Tuck your chin slightly. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, lift your hips up off the ground. We'll do 3 rolling bridges. Lift up as high as you can. Bring your chest right to your chin. And then bring it back down. And 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, lift those hips up, 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 up. And down. And inhale. Exhale, hips come up. Inhale. Exhale, back down. All right, now walk your feet as wide as your mat. So your knees are wide and your feet are wide. And let both knees windshield wiper over to the right and take the hands over to the left. Maybe your right hand is on your belly and look over at your left thumb. Your arm can be extended or bent. Close your eyes, let your legs be heavy. They may not go very far and that's okay. Just breathe. These twists are so good for your internal organs. Good for your back, cerebral spinal fluid. It keeps it pumping. One more breath. And release. Bring both knees up. Remember, your feet are really wide and your knees are wide. Take both knees over to the left. It's almost like you're 90-90. And then look over to the right. Left hand on the belly, right arm extends or opens. Let your top leg be heavy. And breathe. One more breath. And release. And then draw the knees into the chest as best you can. We're getting ready for Shavasana now. So what you can do for your Shavasana is unlimited. You can sit up, you can lie down, you can get in a chair. If you want to try staying on your back and you just don't like your legs extended because it hurts your back, you can take feet wide and knees together. Tucking your chin to make your neck nice and long, and then let it relax. And your hands can just go on your belly or to your sides. And then if you are ready for a traditional Shavasana, you could extend your legs down however you like. Arms can go up in a big starburst, snow angel, to your sides. Palms can be up or down, whatever feels good. Maybe on your belly. Maybe one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And soften and breathe. And I'm going to read the poem as we settle into our Shavasana here. And I want you just to let these words resonate. And if they don't resonate, just let them float on by like a cloud. Again, Rosemerry Wahtola Trommer lost her son, Finn, who took his own life just before his 17th birthday. And this tragic event profoundly impacted her, leading her to explore themes of grief, love, and the complexities of life through her poetry. She has since found solace in her writing, reflecting on the profound lessons her son taught her about imperfection and the beauty of life. So as I said, her daughter turned 17 last week. So this has been a very interesting and profound and deep and beautiful time for her, and bittersweet. So here's what she wrote to her daughter on her 17th birthday. The title is The Mother Wonders About Love, for Vivian on her 17th birthday. I don't understand how it is that loving you asks both everything and nothing from me. Every day since your birth, I have nourished this love with time, with touch, with words, and loved you the way I was loved, knowing there is nothing you could do or be that could make me stop loving you. I thought I was making a refuge for you, but every day since your birth, the love you've given back to me has become my sanctuary, a place I show up exactly as I am, with bad breath, with tired arms, with a faulty memory and dirt in my fingernails, and trust that you will love me too. Once we wove in fairy houses and reading books and making up secret handshakes. Now we weave in cinema and long road trips and floating on the pond. And trust is the glue that holds the nest together, even as it changes every day. It surprises me the nest of love is less a place and more a spaciousness inside, not somewhere we go, more something we are. So even when we're not together, the refuge is always within us. A love that asks nothing and everything. A home that grows as we both continue to grow. And with that, I'll be quiet and allow you to allow those words to resonate, and I will guide you out in just a moment. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And let's do that one more time. Deep breath in and sigh it out. Wiggle your fingers and toes, ankles and wrists, and guide one knee into your chest and then the other knee into your chest, and just give yourself a hug. And from that space, take yourself over to one side or the other into the fetal position and just breathe. Use your bottom arm as a pillow. Drive those knees up into your chest as best you can, giving yourself a hug, even if you don't take your arms around or your arm around your knees. And then bring yourself up to a seated position of your choice, Sukhasana, something easy and comfy. And then when you get into your seated position, bring your hands to your heart. Close down your eyes, maybe bow your head. And from my heart to yours, thank you so much for joining me for Gentle, Gentle Yoga. I hope you enjoyed the practice. I hope you loved the poem. I hope that it's sad and happy and glorious and beautiful and wretched all at the same time, kind of like life, right? Dirty fingernails, bad breath, warts and all. And that poem can be said to anyone you love, not just a child. So with that, I will say thank you. I am so honored that you joined me today. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, morning. Thank you so much. Namaste.